The Philadelphia Eagles find themselves at a pivotal moment as the offseason approaches, a period that promises to shape the trajectory of the franchise for years to come. With the previous season now behind them, the conversation surrounding the team's offensive identity has intensified, and the question that dominates every discussion is who will assume the role of offensive coordinator. This position is more than a title. It is the engine that drives strategy, execution, and the development of the team's core offensive players. The absence of a confirmed hire has left fans in suspense, analysts speculating, and the organization itself navigating a complex landscape that balances experience, creativity, and strategic vision. Decisions made in the coming weeks will not only affect immediate performance, but will ripple across drafts, free agency, and long-term roster construction. At the forefront of the discussion is the reported interest in Sean Mannion, a quarterback coach hailing from Green Bay. Known for his nearly 10 years as an NFL backup and for close work with quarterback Jordan Love, Mannion's tenure as a developer of professional-level quarterbacks gives him credibility, particularly in terms of understanding mechanics, reads, and quarterback decision-making under pressure. On paper, he presents as a low-risk option, someone who understands the league, has observed successful offenses up close, and could potentially translate those lessons into a cohesive system. Yet the hesitation among insiders and fans stems from his lack of play-calling experience. For a franchise that has consistently aimed high on offense, this gap is significant. The fear is that a hire like Mannion could mirror past situations, where coordinators without play-calling authority left too much responsibility on the head coach, potentially stifling offensive flow and limiting adaptability during critical game moments. Meanwhile, attention has shifted toward Matt Nagy, whose name has become a fixture in recent reports as a top candidate. Nagy carries the advantage of prior experience calling plays at the professional level, a factor that cannot be understated in Philadelphia's pursuit of stability and strategic execution. His previous tenure with the Chicago Bears included both notable successes and challenges, including leading an offense into the top 10 before encountering a subsequent decline. His experience developing quarterbacks like Justin Fields further emphasizes his capacity to work with emerging talent and adapt offensive schemes to maximize performance. For a team seeking continuity while aiming to refine and enhance its offensive identity, Nagy represents a familiar, credible choice, blending the assurance of experience with the potential to optimize the current roster. As the league experiences a cascade of coaching changes, additional candidates have emerged, including Davis Webb, whose tenure with Denver has drawn attention for innovative approaches to passing schemes and creative solutions to get players open in challenging circumstances. Webb's youth and fresh perspective introduce a different type of energy into the mix, emphasizing adaptability and ingenuity. If the Eagles were to secure a coach with Webb's profile, it could inject versatility and renewed vigor into an offense known for its precision, but in need of strategic creativity. The potential of pairing youthful innovation with established talent presents an enticing, albeit risk-laden, opportunity for the franchise. Fan reactions and precedent across the NFL further illuminate the intricacies of coordinator hiring. Evaluations of previous hires, such as Tanner Estrogen with the Jets, demonstrate the necessity of separating coaching acumen from roster limitations. Estrogen's offenses, despite talent shortages, managed to innovate and create opportunities, highlighting the importance of nuanced assessment for the Eagles. This translates to the understanding that selecting a coordinator requires a balance of evaluating inherent coaching skill while recognizing systemic and personnel constraints. The right hire could elevate the offense dramatically, while the wrong decision might suppress even a talented roster, emphasizing the high stakes involved. Internal dynamics, particularly the role of Kevin Patullo, complicate the picture further. While Patullo has contributed meaningfully to the staff, reports indicate that his continued presence may influence the willingness of top-tier candidates to join the organization. The case of Brian Daboll illustrates this clearly, as concerns over existing staff dynamics reportedly factored into his ultimate decision to sign with the Tennessee Titans. This scenario underscores the challenge franchises face in balancing loyalty and continuity with the flexibility required to attract elite coaching talent. Prospective coordinators seek environments that allow autonomy to implement systems, hire assistants, and manage play calling without undue interference. Reconciling this need with the current staff structure is a delicate task, one that the Eagles must navigate carefully. Strategic oversight extends beyond individual hires to organizational philosophy. The Eagles are recognized as a disciplined, tightly managed franchise. But this rigidity can sometimes impede innovation, allowing a coordinator latitude to assemble their staff, implement preferred systems, and adapt to evolving circumstances is crucial for maximizing offensive output. Restrictive structures, even if intended to maintain order, can hinder the infusion of new ideas and limit the potential of both coaching and player development. Balancing structural control with creative freedom remains a defining challenge for Philadelphia. Need that will shape not just the immediate offseason, but the strategic outlook for multiple seasons ahead. Looking forward, the team faces a complex matrix of decisions. Options like Nagy provide security and a proven methodology, while candidates such as Webb offer a more experimental approach that could redefine offensive dynamics. The stakes extend beyond mere staffing, influencing draft selections, free agency priorities, and long-term development plans. The successful integration of a coordinator hinges not only on tactical knowledge but also on alignment with the head coach, staff cohesion, and the ability to foster trust and clarity among players. Eagles fans are acutely aware that the chosen path will dictate the offensive tempo, identity, and potential to compete for championships, amplifying the scrutiny and importance of each decision. Off-field factors also intersect with strategic considerations. Leadership clarity directly impacts team morale, cohesion, and performance. A talented roster can underperform if uncertainty clouds decision-making or creates inconsistencies in coaching philosophy. Philadelphia's offense, while productive, requires visionary guidance, capable of adjusting to defensive challenges, optimizing individual skill sets, and maintaining discipline across the unit. Selecting the right coordinator is not merely a procedural step, it is a decisive move that defines the team's offensive framework, influences development timelines, and establishes expectations for both players and staff. Meanwhile, pending draft and free agency decisions remain intertwined with coordinator selection. Position priorities, scheme fit, and player development strategies cannot be fully determined until the offensive philosophy is finalized. Speculation is inevitable, but the full picture only emerges once a coordinator's identity and strategic vision are confirmed. Until that point, the Eagles navigate a delicate balancing act, aligning organizational goals with the potential philosophies of prospective coordinators, carefully weighing experience, creativity, and adaptability. The ongoing off-season narrative has also been shaped by individual decisions that highlight broader organizational challenges. Brian Daboll's choice to join the Tennessee Titans rather than Philadelphia provides insight into the interplay of personal relationships, trust, and perceived autonomy within the Eagles staff. Familiarity with quarterback Jalen Hurts made Philadelphia a logical option, yet the desire for independent authority in managing an offense led Daboll elsewhere. This decision emphasizes the subtle yet critical dynamics at play during coordinator hiring, including trust, professional respect, and the latitude for executing a distinct offensive vision. The Eagles' off-season moves are under intense scrutiny, with every potential hire and internal decision reflecting broader implications for the team's future. The offensive coordinator search has become more than just a staffing question. It is a litmus test for the organization's vision, culture, and ability to attract elite coaching talent. Philadelphia's roster is loaded with playmakers, but even the most skilled athletes require clarity and consistency from the coaching staff to fully unlock their potential. The next coordinator must not only implement a system that leverages strengths, but also ensure that the offense remains adaptive, dynamic, and capable of responding to increasingly complex defensive schemes across the league. Matt Nagy's candidacy continues to draw attention due to his familiarity with both the NFL and the Eagles' organizational culture, his history with quarterback development, offensive scheming, and play-calling experience positions him as a stabilizing force. In previous tenures, Nagy demonstrated the ability to balance creative play-calling with structural discipline, allowing his quarterbacks to thrive while maintaining a consistent offensive identity. This combination of innovation and reliability is precisely what Philadelphia seeks, particularly after seasons that occasionally lacked cohesion or adaptability under previous coordinators. For Eagles fans craving measurable progress without the risks of an entirely untested system, Nagy represents a calculated, strategic choice capable of delivering immediate and long-term benefits. Yet the appeal of younger, forward-thinking coaches like Davis Webb cannot be understated. Webb's approach emphasizes creativity, flexibility, and unconventional solutions tailored to maximize player performance in real time. His systems challenge conventional approaches, prioritizing matchup exploitation, spacing, and rapid decision-making for a roster rich with athletic talent. Such an approach could catalyze a transformation, turning potential into consistent production. However, Webb's lack of extended coordinator experience introduces uncertainty, raising questions about game management under pressure, adjustments during high-stakes situations, and the seamless integration of a complex offensive scheme with the existing staff and roster. These considerations highlight the importance of internal dynamics, particularly the role of Kevin Pat Yolo. While his contributions to the Eagles coaching staff are significant, his presence has reportedly influenced how potential hires perceive their prospective autonomy. Coordinators often seek the latitude to design and implement systems, select assistants, and call plays without constraints. The perception that a staff member may retain substantial influence can discourage candidates who require full operational freedom. Balancing continuity with the flexibility to attract top coaching talent is a challenge that the Eagles must address carefully to avoid losing potential candidates. As evidenced by previous high-profile decisions, where promising coaches chose alternative opportunities due to perceived restrictions, the broader context of the NFL further emphasizes the stakes of these decisions. Across the league, coaching changes highlight the delicate interplay between talent, strategy, and organizational culture. Coaches like Tanner Estrogen and Brian Daboll exemplify the necessity of aligning staff composition with coaching philosophy, even when offensive talent is limited. The right system and strategic guidance can produce remarkable results, whereas misaligned hires can constrain an otherwise talented roster. For the Eagles, this principle underscores the importance of not only selecting a coordinator with technical proficiency, but also ensuring that the broader staff structure supports innovation, adaptability, and operational clarity. Philadelphia's front office faces a multifaceted challenge. Draft, strategy, free agency priorities, and player development all hinge on the offensive framework that the next coordinator will establish. Decisions regarding quarterback development, skill position usage, and offensive line scheming depend on knowing whether the approach will emphasize balanced attack, pass-heavy aggression, or innovative spread concepts. Each selection impacts roster construction, from the types of athletes targeted to the developmental timeline for young players. The longer the coordinator vacancy persists, the greater the ripple effect on planning, making the timing and precision of the hire crucial for maintaining strategic momentum. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles up. Dates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. What is being whispered around the league feels less like routine roster movement and more like a carefully prepared act of revenge. According to growing speculation in NFL circles, the Philadelphia Eagles are positioning themselves to pry away a key piece long associated with the Dallas Cowboys, a move that has already stirred irritation deep inside Texas. No paperwork has been confirmed, no official announcement has been made, but the mere possibility has been enough to ignite old rivalries and reopen emotional wounds. The rumor suggests that Philadelphia's front office, known for its calculated aggression, has identified a Cowboys cornerstone as the perfect fit for its long-term vision. The player in question is said to embody exactly what Dallas has tried to protect from division rivals: intelligence, versatility, and an intimate knowledge of the Cowboys' internal culture. To Eagles fans, it feels like a bold chess move. To Dallas, it feels personal. Sources close to the situation claim that the Eagles see this potential acquisition not only as a football upgrade, but also as a symbolic strike. Years of frustration, near misses, and high-stakes clashes have created a climate where every decision carries emotional weight. Bringing in someone forged in the Cowboys system would be more than a tactical gain. It would be a statement that no fortress is untouchable inside the Cowboys' orbit. The reaction has reportedly ranged from disbelief to anger. There is a sense that lines are being crossed, that an unspoken rule of rivalry is being tested. Executives and fans alike understand that division battles are rarely won only on the field. They are won in meeting rooms, negotiation tables, and moments like this, when loyalty and opportunity collide. For now, everything remains in the realm of speculation, but if this rumor becomes reality, it may be remembered as one of those moments when a rivalry shifted tone, when vengeance was served not through a scoreboard, but through strategy, patience, and a perfectly timed move. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.